Hello, you're going to need a chair today, placed pretty much right where you can see me clearly and see my feet. And I'm going to place my chair so you can see my feet. All right, so the important thing in working with a chair is going to be that we'll use all aspects of it. And this is part of Judy's mind body that we're crossing over breath, voice, accessible yoga, and Tai Chi Chuan. And I don't know which is first or last, but I think for me, breath is first. So let's begin with the breath that we did last time. And inhale, abdomen, rib cage, upper chest, and have it a steady time so that this time we're just working for the central meridian. No breaks between breath, but inhaling up the center of the body and exhaling down. Up to the heart and down to the dantian. Or inhale up to the heart and down to the dantian. Or inhale for rocking motion and dropping down. Expansion, contraction. And we can bring this up in a moment now that you have the feeling of how you're going to extend through your spine. You could just come right off. Inhale here, and as you exhale, come up. Well, that was using rocking motion, but we could do it another way. Let's fold, long spine, inhale, this time coming from accessible yoga, bend forward from the hips. Inhale, exhale. And then push off. Inhale. And prepare just for rocking motion. Okay? So your feet are comfortably in your mountain pose. And you're going to maybe bring the toes out a little bit. Find a comfortable way to do that. And rocking motion. Just get yourself going today before we look at the next poses for the day, which will be around the platter variation, and bass drum. Lengthening through the spine, don't forget. And remember your weight shift from last time. Let's look at that. So inhaling forward and up, exhaling down, inhaling forward and up, exhaling down. We practice this. You can hold on to the chair. There's nothing wrong with that. And that gets you strong enough to then move away from it. Okay, so we did that. Then we looked at another form, the next pose, which was bird flaps its wings. You came back in your chair, brought your feet into mountain position, and then you bring the heels, just turn your feet out, and that'll bring the heels where they want to be. And inhale here. This is polarity. And you're a bird flapping its wings. Inhale, and you release out. Inhale slowly because the palms are in polarity. So when you connect them, you want to enjoy that breath. Exhale. And the third one, you do a wrist circle forward. So let's do the whole move. This will be sequence 1. Blow out. You can pucker your lips to blow out. It gets you the idea of making a sound. That's your second sequence. And your third one. Inhale, exhale. Inhale those palms in polarity. Slowly. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Yeah, and I'm using more noise than you need to make with your breath, but just illustrate what's happening. Inhale back And let's ground. We can ground right on our legs, okay? And if you want to do the whole practice that we'll be learning sitting, hey, as long as you're breathing and remembering how to do this, let's come forward to our sit bones and come up for rocking, for bird flaps and swings. Ready? Coming up. Good. Let's just extend through the body here. And remember that you don't have to bring those arms all the way up. You could just come up to cactus. So you come up to here. But let's do a nice horse today, okay? Bring the legs out. Inhale. Okay, so that's not a soft practice, but this is a soft practice. This is more like cactus. Or no noise in the breath at all, just coming through the nose. Inhale and exhale. So we'll keep exploring the inhale, exhale, but there's lots of ways to do that. And okay, now we'll come to the side and we'll look at your weight shifting, okay? So this would be for your right side. Your chair's there. This would be for your left side. And I'm mirroring you, so when you have your chair like this, your left leg will be the leg that will come out. Okay, so dropping down, shifting, bringing this leg forward and release it. And you're going to slide over here. Inhale. And this is going to turn into around the platter. So right now we'll just sort of see what that looks like. So inhale and exhale. And we're making a circle outside the leg that's forward. And we're circling back as if we could circle around the back knee. Outside the back knee, which would be your right leg. Grounding leg in front, grounding leg in back. When we put this together, we get around the platter and it looks like this. Shifting towards your right, bring your left heel forward and move. Outside that leg, back, coming back to the heart right here and moving across and out. And it's a circle. You might need to use your inner thighs for support so that we don't travel out too far. Traveling out too far would be this. Okay? You don't need to do that. So everything with the body is a forward back shift like this. And I'm accenting the breath. So inhaling out, exhaling back, bring in your abdominals. Inhaling out. Start bringing in your abdominals. That's the exhale. This is expansion. Another word for contraction is connect the exhale. Okay, now, once again, let's go out for around the platter. There's more details we can explore on this as we move through the semester, but this is a beginning. Outside that left leg and then back outside that right leg. Really slowly expanding forward, exhaling back around the platter. Let's look at it in the other way and bring the chair around. It's good if you've got a lightweight kitchen chair. Yeah, you might want to think about that for our next class if you didn't bring it today. All right. So here we are. And we're going to find our distance from the chair. Remember we said last time for the rocking motion that you, when you're practicing these shifts, forward back weight shifts here, that you want to be elbow length from your chair. All right. So dropping down, shift towards the chair. This will be your right leg because you're facing me and I'm on my left. We're going to be mirroring each other, okay? So drop down first, shift towards the grounding leg, which is next to the chair, and lift this leg, drop the heel, and that's far enough, okay? Make sure that Heel is not tracking over the other leg, so you want to leave some opening here. And then inhale forward. Exhale back. This is a fairly good expansion motion to feel right here. So expanding out with the hand as well, even though it's not part of this particular movement. But it's a way you can feel the expansion. And now contract back. The hand tells you, okay, I'm expanding. I'm inhaling, and now I'm contracting. I'm exhaling. Okay, we're going to start back here. We're going to add around the platter with this shift, okay? So drop down, take hold of your chair, send your weight towards this leg, right? They were both bent, and now this is going to be the yin leg. You can kick it around if you want, but basically you want to bring the heel down. Allow space between your knees so that you're not like that. And then start bending the front leg, and the back leg will start straightening. So this is called yan now. This is yin when it's straight. And then this back leg will bend, and that's yan, and this is now yin. This is sometimes referred to as yinning and yanning because you're going to be doing maybe 100 weight shifts when we get the whole practice put together, all 19 movements and one pose. So there's a lot of chi building. Inhale, exhale. Okay, around the platter, just use one hand, the hand that's outside this leg, your right hand and your right leg. Inhale outside that knee, exhale back. Inhale outside that knee. And you're sort of building a platter here with one hand. You feel that? It's kind of cool. And that's what you're going to do. The chair actually helps you do this straight forward and back. If you start making this too big, you're going to not be able to feel this ballet bar in the same way. The body's going forward and back. The hands know their own pattern. So they start here around the leg and they come back. So use some of your inner thigh muscles to make sure that you're not moving out like way out there. Okay, so it's just forward, back with the body, and the hands are making a circle. Okay, we can look at this in another way. The circular movements that involve circles on both sides are very difficult for people because if you studied some of the other Tai Chi practices, and there's over 86 in China alone, many of those practices use a broader, bigger scope of that circle. So the circle might be way out there, and then you're moving the whole body that way. For seniors, it's probably safer, and this is why Tai Chi Chuan is recommended at a high level now for seniors to work with a more minimalist practice, meaning a smaller practice rather than something so large, because balance becomes an issue, and these principles are what we're working on with this. Okay, so let's practice forward, back on your seat. Sits bones here. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and bring your palms up right here. I always think this is like, you're begging in a way. It feels like that. Please, can I have a bone? And you're going to inhale and come around the outside of this leg. It's going to go forward. This leg's going to be here to indicate that if we were standing, this leg would be forward, your left. You're going to come outside it. But let's first look at the knee, and then we can practice this small to large. So bring these two fingers, like the symbol of the index finger and the next finger right here, like the V, and bring those two here around this knee and the other two with it. Start at the top of the knee and trace a circle out of the knee with your flat, long spine and back. And when you do that, you feel already what? Forward weight shift, back weight shift. That's why it's important to not do this, but lengthen. Because I want you to feel like the whole body always is in synchronicity. SYNCHRONICITY. I hope I got it right. Anyway, you can look it up, meaning that everything is together. Synchronicity. Okay, so breathe in because you're moving out. Breathe out because you're coming back. Expand as you're going out. The belly and the solar plexus. Exhale, coming back. So you're using your diaphragm here. Inhale, it's moving downward. Exhale, it's moving back up. Inhale, exhale. And yeah, it's a lot of breath and it's a singer's breath. I can't help it. That's what I did. So you're going to see it on my body, even if you haven't worked with yours that much. All right, let's do it with a sound. Inhale out and do an ah back. Ah. Inhale out. Oh. Oh. Inhale out. Ooh. Ooh. Inhale out. Come back on an M. Mmm. Yeah, okay. Gets the idea that we could combine breath and voice with this? Yeah, we could. Because the voice is an instrument that we need to protect and make sure that we have resonance within the body. We don't want to lose that ability to speak and be heard. All right, bringing your other foot forward. Let's take a couple breaths first before we start. Inhale and exhale. Yeah, we're almost always grounding between sides. So grounding is this. What is really grounding? It's coming to the ground. So feel the ground as you move with this grounding. Inhale and exhale down, coming to the ground. Yeah, lots of ways you can do that or just feel it. All right, so we've brought this other foot, your right leg out. It's this leg is straight down here, and this leg we're going to pretend is you're in a standing position, and you'll be going around it. On this particular leg, you're going to do the same thing. You came outside on this leg. If that was forward, you're going to come outside this knee if this leg is forward. So let's bring those two fingers up, the victory sign. Front top of the kneecap, inhale forward. Flat back first. Inhale forward because you're going to have to shift from the hips here. Inhale and exhale back. It's a little bit of a forward bend here. So inhale. That's why you don't want to round the back. Inhale. We're moving this whole spine in synchronicity. From the tailbone up, we're not folding, really. It's a fold here, but it's not a fold here. Okay? Once again. Okay, so now make this bigger. So think of this as encompassing the knees all the way around. So starting up here, maybe just right there, just go and let it move from outside of this knee to the outside of that one. And then start bringing it up higher. So this is chest high water, which is around the platter. We're going outside this knee and back. Outside this knee, outside this knee, and back. And when you come back, you want to feel that you open the shoulders. So watch that if your one shoulder drops, see if you can level everything out here by extending through this side body for your platter. Okay, bring it in. That foot. Good. We could do both of those now. Let's lengthen through the spine. Take a couple breaths. Let's ground what we just did. Good. Now as you inhale, lengthen through the spine. And let's try exhaling forward this time. Inhale. And exhale. And let's go back because that might be too fast. And inhale and exhale and slowly inhale and now exhale. Hold on to the chair. Was that better? Okay. You're going to figure out how you best can work with your body and your own speed when I'm working with you. I'm pretty energetic, and so if I sometimes go too fast, my apologies. Okay, so once again, I think we can just look at this for briefly. This is where your chair could be if you're going to hold on to it and you're on your right side. This is where it could be if you're going to hold on with your left side. Okay? I'm going to put it away for a moment. Just set it right here. Around the platter. Make sure you see my feet. Around the platter, shifting, preparing, moving. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. Forward and back with the weight shift. The hands know their own pattern, so you don't have to follow that circle with the rest of your body. Simplify the inhale, exhale by inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. If you want to play with the Tai Chi breath, it would be to inhale with a relaxed jaw and part the lips a little bit. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. It's slightly open. That brings the breath down the central meridian. We usually do this 9 times, but when I'm learning a movement, I really don't care how many times it is. And one more time. That's around the platter. And around the platter variation will come next. It's going to be based on this basic pattern. So remember how that felt. Drop down. Shift. You're going to shift to the leg that you came from, which was your left leg. So shifting towards this leg. Other leg will come forward. Once again, you want to make sure that you have space and that your legs are tracking in your basic grounding position here. Coming for around the platter, shifting forward to the yawn leg, shifting back, the other leg becomes yawn. Inhaling to the yawn leg, exhaling to what will become the yawn leg and back. Expansion, contraction. Expansion, contraction. Inhaling, exhaling. It's almost like this outside hand is pushing the energy a little bit. So see if you can feel that. And then it releases, coming back. It's saying, hey, I want to go that way. Around that knee. And then I want to come back to my side. So that should be a full circle in your body. And we'll explore it this way. Okay, so dropping down. You may be able to see it better here. Lengthen first. Ground. Prepare by shifting. Bringing your left leg forward. And moving. Notice how the front leg bends, the back leg stiffens, and the left side is grounded and the right side is now grounded. The bent leg is the grounding leg. Grounding in front, grounding in back. The leg that is straight is the yin leg. It has less energy in it, and you continually are shifting back and forth from the masculine leg to making this the masculine leg, from the feminine leg to making this the feminine leg. So yinning and yanning is important principle of balancing the body. One more. And let's do the other side. You may want to just straighten and lengthen and feel the length of the body here. And as you shift, keep that length. As you shift ground down, stay long, right? And as you shift, this leg will stay there, and this leg will lessen in weight. It drops forward, and then you start your platter on this side. See how long you can make the body, so that the head, the neck, the whole spine is moving together in synchronicity, that big word, in softness with the palms, which are in chest high water or right about here. Okay? So eventually we'll do that 9 times, but for practicing, there's no limit. Okay, if you were to add the next movement to that, it would be simply doing the same thing, but bringing up a ball of energy from here, your center point, inhaling. The fingertips would be up, and you'd be going around the platter. And here, right across from the heart, you would probably start exhaling back. So that's the variation. And we'll work on that next time, and also hope that we get going towards what will follow it, which will be bass drum. So this side would be here if you're moving towards your right leg, your right shoulder. So you start here, pick up the ball, and bring it around. And it's exactly the same as around the platter. It's just called the variation. The variation is this ball. So we will continue with this and on to at least one more movement, or maybe 2 for the next demonstration with the chair, and how that can work to fully begin to understand how the energy works in the body and how the posture will be important. Inhale and ground.